Okay, just to backtrack because it got cut off. It's over, said Stephanie LaRock. It's over. A 39-year-old blogger and analyst and political webcaster was watching the large screen TV set up in the bar. Barack Obama became the first black president in American history. It's over, Miss LaRock repeated. That means we just watched the United States. This is bigger than Bobby Kennedy, bigger than JF Kennedy, elect the first African American president. The most powerful man on earth is an African American man. But you know what? He's an African American man who had the best ideas. And
Yeah.
so I got the first, like, I got all just about me. Like, the first two paragraphs were just about me.
Oh, it's all about you.
Well,
Yes.
yeah. Well, anytime I go to a political event, I'm in the paper. It's
It's
just the
all
way it
about
works.
me.
So, but yeah.
And of all places, didn't you find this fun? For the local Obama group
Well,
meeting.
actually, Quiz, when they said that the first black president, multicultural, yes, I understand that his mother was a white woman, but he said anywhere I go, in his life, he's been treated as an African American. He looks African American, and therefore,
Yeah, you don't walk down the
that's
streets of
actually been
anywhere.
addressed
Yeah,
before.
yeah. You don't walk down the streets of America with a name like Barack Hussein Obama looking like he does and not get treated like an African American.
Yeah.
You know.
So, so yeah, so that was great, and we had such a good time.
We did.
You know what? I think my opinions were validated with a 349 electoral college vote last night.
But we're
So,
sorry
you know
that you're
what?
taking your time wishing you didn't have to listen
I'm
to us.
sorry
Hey, look,
things
you don't.
didn't I'm
Feel free to
sorry
find a new
things
channel.
didn't work out the way you wanted. But that's life.
Yep.
I apologize for your loss. I don't regret it. I'm glad you lost because you deserved to lose.
Ain't
Why are you
that
putting
the
so much
truth?
effort into speaking to four people? I don't speak for people.
Feel
I
fr-
speak to people. I would agree with that.
in your case,
I don't
feel
speak
free to
for
make it
people.
3.
I speak for me. That's why I make it interactive so you can speak too. If you have an intelligent argument to make, by all means, we're equal opportunity around here. We don't shove our opinions down people's throats. It's supposed to be a discussion. So don't presume to know. Okay? You come here, you've never been here before. You're just looking for attention. It's the oldest trick in the book on chats. It goes
Mm,
back to the old days of IRC and friggin' bulletin boards, okay? It's
yes.
called a troll. It's a very old business to be in the internet.
Yes.
Well, what is don't assume. I think Barack Obama would tell you he's African American.
Half Kenyan. No,
Well,
what
where's
continent?
that
What
Kenya?
continent
Isn't
is
that
that
in
on? I
Africa?
don't know. Yeah, well,
And isn't Barack Obama American? Well, I guess he'd have to be to run for president of the United States. So, African American.
how those words just seem to go
Amazing.
together.
If we're a little
Hmm.
gloaty tonight, I think after all the abuse we have taken for our position, we have been vindicated. It's not just what I think. It's what everyone thinks. Or did you not watch the election last night?
Though, I did have one bit of disappointment on the
He
election.
okay, so yes, I acknowledge his white heritage. You know what? Why are we even having a discussion really other than the historical context? This is historical because an African American has become president. For that, it's things for like Goodwin. She's a presidential historian, and presidential history matters. I'm interested in it. Some people, it's their hobby. I'm more. I have a bigger tent than that. I like politics in general, but that's certainly an historical thing that we can't overlook. No more than we overlook that Kennedy, JFK, was the first Catholic president, and that was a certain historical thing. But this is bigger. This is bigger than that.
Yeah.
But as I was quoted in the newspaper as saying, but he was the best man with the best ideas. Color of his skin was pretty much irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, don't you think? at the end of the day. Won't it be great when it won't be part of the discussion and it'll just be a discussion on ideas and nobody will care if you're black or Asian or
Yeah,
what your religion is or isn't? Wouldn't that be a much better? And then you just really, instead of like, making big elections about small things.
should we start the betting pool now on how long it'll take until there's an openly gay president? I mean, that's the next one. We've had the minority. We still need a woman. But the other question
Yeah,
is
a
when will
woman's got to get in there. But and I think,
when
well,
yeah.
like they say, Hillary put 18 cracks in the ceiling. But yeah, I think what would really be, as a person, I you know, I think it would just be really great when it's a no. Like remember when like back okay, probably a lot of people aren't old enough, but there used to be a time where interracial marriage was against the law. Like two people of different ethnic backgrounds couldn't get married. If you were black, you couldn't marry a white woman, vice versa, black man and white woman, whatever. It was against the law. It was actually against the law. And when it was first became legal, people stared at them. They did. Now you don't even think about it. You don't even think about it. And that's where I want to get it is let's hire the best person for the job and not get caught up in what church they go to, what color their skin is. I mean, who cares? It's like, do they have the judgment? Are they the good, right person for the job? And I absolutely believe at this time in history, Barack Obama, whether it had been Joe the plumber who had had the best ideas, I would have went for Joe the plumber.
Yeah, we just gotta wait for that first gay Muslim woman to be elected president
Well,
of the
I
United
don't think she
States.
could be Muslim and gay. That would.
Well, I think she probably thinks she can be, just as there's many gay people that still describe themselves as Christian. Whether or not the church accepts you is, an
Well, yeah.
entirely
Yeah, well, you could
different statement.
self subscribe yourself to that, absolutely.
Exactly. So,
And hey, if that's what works for you, I am all for it. Who are you hurting? No one. You know? That's what I don't get about a lot of these wedge issues. Is how's that affecting my life and is it hurting anyone? And if the answer is it's not affecting my life and it's not hurting anyone, then why should the government have their business? Why should they be involved
yeah.
in your business to that if you're not doing anything that's hurting anyone? And you know,
Yeah. What
I don't understand why government wants to be in your life like that.
yeah, what God a person prays to or doesn't before they make the decision. At the end of the day,
The
it's the
United
decision that
States
matters.
was completely founded on escaping the persecution, religious persecution from Europe. That's why we came to this continent. Okay? That was to escape religious persecution. So why would we want to do it to our people now? I mean, I don't know. There's a wall. There's a wall, a separation of church and state.
Yeah,
Good evening, Mr. Francis.
I do understand where there's people that put it into the context of if this person prays like I do, they probably share a same value set, and that makes me comfortable with them. But when it becomes that great a test where you feel it necessary to denigrate based on, well, he belongs to a slightly different, I mean, even if it's a slightly different sect of the same religion. I mean, look at the big deal. Kennedy, he's a Catholic.
Not a Catholic.
Not a Catholic.
Oh my God, a
Is
Catholic.
Catholics Christian enough? Well, they only
They were
started
the
the
first
franchise.
thing. They started the whole franchise.
But
exactly.
but it's still part of the national discourse. Was Obama
Yeah.
black enough?
And I
Is he
just
black?
think it
Hey,
would
he's
be
black,
really great if we can get to a time in history where nobody says, but hey, that's a woman, or hey, that's an African American, or hey, that's a Latino, or hey, that's a white guy, or hey, that's, it would be, and this is helping set that one step further to, nobody notices interracial marriages anymore. The whole gay thing is getting really old. I mean, so what if people are gay? We all have
Yeah.
friends who are gay.
Speaking of which, though, California very disappointed in you.
Yeah, California. What about
Prop 8.
Prop 8?
Yeah.
Very disappointed in your lack of
Yeah. We're gonna vote for the black guy, but keep stepping on the gay rights.
Yeah.
I mean,
keep the gays down.
give you the big plus on the one, the big down on the other.
Yeah.
Again, if
It's
two
either
gay
you
people want to
discriminate
call
or you do
themselves
not.
married,
You can't have it
who the
both
hell
ways.
cares?
what's that old saying? I will fight to safeguard your right to that I would